ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Wire. This is the first video under the new rebrand of VJ for Sports. We're covering an F1 news today, and what we have today is Lewis Hamilton wins the Brazilian Grand Prix at Sao Paulo. So that's an important news, and that's a great news as well in context of F1, because there is a drivers' championship as well that is going on, and Lewis Hamilton at this point in time is at 319 points, picking up 9 points after this particular race, trailing behind Max Verstappen, who is at 332 points. Let us exactly see what happened in this Brazilian Grand Prix. We all know the race did not go to the expectation of Mercedes-Benz because they were fined initially. They started in the sprint at the 20th spot. Specifically, Lewis Hamilton started at the 20th spot for this particular race in the sprint, and then he started today at the 10th spot, and now he's won the race. Let's see how this particular race panned out. We'll have to remember that there was a lot of initial collision that happened today in the race. The safety car was called up a lot of times. Even in the first lap, they had the safety car that is being called off. But then once the race started going seamlessly, Lewis Hamilton got to the second spot, trailing behind Max Verstappen, who was at the first spot. Schumacher had some hardware issue around the 49th lap, I believe. So he did not complete the race. Apart from that, we had a couple of other folks who did not complete the race. Lance retired at the 49th lap, and Ricciardo retired at the 50th lap due to battery issues. So the race was very interesting when Max was on the lead, and Lewis Hamilton had to do a catch-up. They were trailing behind. Hamilton was trailing 3 seconds behind Max, and he was continuously giving chase. Hamilton tried to go past Max Verstappen at the 49th lap in the turn 4 specifically, where Verstappen was very intelligent in negating Hamilton's advance and ensured that he held to that first spot. It was a bit controversial because this went for FIA investigation, who then ruled out in favor of Verstappen, stating that it was not intentional from Verstappen. But then Hamilton tried for the second time, again was not able to make it. And the third time, using DRS, he moved past Verstappen into the first spot, and this happened at the 59th lap. Now what it does to the context of this particular championship is that now Mercedes have a couple of Grand Prix that is happening in the Middle East, Qatar and Saudi, where they have been traditionally good. There is a possibility where Hamilton can still get that championship. He is trailing behind 13 points Verstappen, and it is something that Hamilton can catch up to. Ocon and Gasly were fighting for the 9th spot at the 60th lap, and it was lucky that they avoided a collision as well. I'll just give you the result as such. Hamilton finished first, followed by Max Verstappen and Valteri Bottas, and then Sergio Perez on the 4th spot, Leclerc on the 5th, and Carlos Sainz 6th spot, Pierre Gasly 7th, Esteban Ocon 8th, Fernando Alonso on the 9th spot, and Lando Norris 10th spot. So with that, we've come to the end of the Brazilian Grand Prix, where Hamilton wins this race, and we will be looking out for the Qatar Grand Prix and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, followed by the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix as well. So all the 3 Grand Prix are happening in the Middle East, and that will be an advantage for Mercedes. Let's see if Hamilton can pull off a stunner here and emerge as the champion for this particular season as well. But more news to come on that. Until next time, this is VJ signing off for Sports Wire.